Hey, it's Jody Clark, and you're watching Jody Clark TV, the place to be to get the mind, body, and life you love. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to get rid of emotional eating once and for all. Now, emotional eating. Many clients I see emotionally eat. How we emotionally eat and what we do and what we eat varies, but the underlying issue is basically the same. So, what's really going on here? Why do we emotionally eat? And what can we do about it? Now, emotional eating is about avoidance, avoiding your emotions. I take emotional eating very seriously. I put it on the same level as smoking and drinking and drugs, etc., because we indulge in these behaviors also to avoid emotions. Yes, there are habits and learnt behavior associated with all of these, but amongst other things, but today we'll be talking about one part, which I believe is the main part of the issue, the underlying cause. If we're out of control with our emotions, we are out of control. If we can't control our emotions, we have no control. Make sense? We create how we feel. No one else does. And I want you to really get that. You are the one that makes a choice every day on how you think and feel. We are all emotional beings. Love, hate, anger, sadness, calm, happiness, fear, etc. are all emotions. These are part of everyday life. And if we don't have those means we are inhuman. And it's totally okay to feel them and express them. So if these emotions are part of everyday life, then why do we avoid them? Why is it so hard to get a grip on them? Sometimes we just don't have the tools. We have learnt not to deal with them. We've learnt to avoid them. Or we've had incidents or trauma in our lives that trigger these responses in our brain. In simple terms, stuff has happened to us so long ago that we don't remember how it felt at the time, but it sent us down a path that we are on now. The good news is you are in charge here. You can decide to dump the past and take a different path. Time to have a breakup talk with your emotional baggage. But I can give you a tool that you can at least start recognizing your emotions and what's triggering them. Only then can you do something about it, is when you are aware of them. This simple tool will help you understand when, why, and how you're emotional eating. We can't control our emotions if we don't know which ones are out of control or which ones you are avoiding. This simple tool will pull the information out of your subconscious and into your conscious mind. And that is when you can do something about it. So we first need to know what these emotions are, right? So this simple tool is a food diary. This is a food diary with a difference. This is not about counting calories or making you feel bad about what you eat. You may have completed food diaries in the past, but you were told to focus on the wrong thing. You were told to focus on what you ate, not why, when, and how. This tool is about knowledge, really understanding yourself and watching for patterns. See for yourself what's really going on, what stands out to you, and I'll bet you'll notice things that you never realized before, or it will confirm what you already knew. Then it's time for you to take action. You are in control. Knowledge is power. Don't be scared of what you find. You may just find that things are not as bad as you thought, or you might discover that things about yourself that you weren't aware of, or even it's your worst nightmare. Then at least you know it now and you can do something about it. That is a win-win. At the moment, you probably do a lot of subconscious eating. We want to draw that out of the subconscious mind and into the conscious mind, where you will be aware of what you are doing. When you are aware, you can recognize the behavior, and it is only then that you can change it. This is a little simple process that starts to retrain the brain. Look for patterns in your diary. Take note of what emotions that are going on with you. A good way to see which one is really there is to delay doing what you were doing to avoid the emotion. It should get stronger and stronger, then you can recognize it. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable, but now you are in control. You let it in. You can deal with it. So here's a great example of what to do with the emotion. So you're feeling this emotion. I want you to let it in, right? So the first thing you do, let it in. The second thing, I want you to analyze the emotion by asking A, what am I feeling? B, why am I feeling this way? C, is it true? D, can I do anything about it? And E, if no, well, I need to change the way I think about it. So take charge of your emotions, then go about thinking how you can make a positive change. You are in control. So if yes, do something about it. Action breeds motivation. Take charge of your emotions. You are in control. I want to give you an example. So at a time sometimes I feel this overwhelming sadness wash over me, and I stop and say, oh, I really feel sad right now. What is that? Is there anything going on right now that it's making me sad? If so, I process my thoughts by using the methods above that I talked about. If I can't find a reason, then I assume it may be hormonal or maybe something that I ate that is not agreeing with me. So I ask myself, have I got anything to be sad about right now? If it's no, then I rattle off all the wonderful things that I have in my life. The emotion passes and I feel great. Now, if I avoided the sadness, I would have just let it grow and grow and grow. When we process it, we take its power away, giving us control. So go ahead and print out the food diary. I've included the link below, and keep it for a week and see what comes up. Now, I have a challenge for you. Which part of what we talked about today resonates most with you? More importantly, how will you take action today? Tell me in the comments below. Now, as always, there are lots of discussions that happen after the episode at jodiclark.com.au, so go there now and leave us a comment. Did you like this video? If so, then subscribe to my channel, and of course, I would love it if you shared it with all your friends. And if you want even more resources to get the mind, body, and life you love, plus some personal tips and insights from me that I only share on email, head on over to jodiclark.com.au and sign up for email updates. Remember, it doesn't take willpower or the right genes to succeed. You just need to choose, because the only person that can make it happen is you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Jodi Clark TV.